I'm gonna do the 13 most personal questions tag. And so number one is, what do you order at Starbucks? And I actually don't like Starbucks, so I go to Dazbog and I order a large vanilla love, no whip. What's one thing in your closet that you can't live without? Um, Probably all of my hoodies. Like, I know that's not one thing, I have several, but I can't live without my hoodies. It's just kind of a comfort thing. I always have my hoodies. Even if I'm not wearing it, there's always one within like grabbing distance. Um, what is one thing that most people don't know about you? I'm adopted, so when I say my parents are like 65, it's because they adopted me when I was six or seven or eight. 6 to 8, it took like 2 years, so it's kind of like whatever you want to call it. And um, they were really my grandparents. Like, my Gma adopted me, so I didn't have to go into foster care. What is one thing you want to do before you die? I really want to produce my own record label or whatever. I want to come out with my own CD. Yeah, successful in music. That's my dream. What is one food you can't live without? Probably hot Cheetos. They're so bad for me and they make me sick because I eat so many of them, but I love them so much. So much. What is one quote you live your life by? I don't really have a quote that I live my life by. I think that everybody else is like, oh, I have a quote, but no, I just live my life how it makes me happy and how I know I'm going to have a successful life, I guess. I don't know how to put that, but I don't put my life by a quote. I put my life by what's going to help me out in the long run. What do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? I love YouTube. I'm addicted to it. I love all the music and the blogs, and I'm weird and I watch people's blogs. Like, I know nobody ever watches those, but I do. It's kind of stalkerish, but I do. What I don't like about it, it's so slow. YouTube is so slow since all the upgrades. It's just gotten so slow, and it's not my computer. This is a brand new freaking computer. It's the fact that it's just freaking slow because they upgraded all that stuff, and that doesn't make it go any faster. What's the number one song on your iPod or iTunes? I don't even know, so I'm gonna check. I have the iPod Nano Touch. Music. It doesn't say. I'm probably going to guess Skin by Boy right now. I've been listening to it non-stop because me and my friend Booker are gonna play it. But I just love it, and I listen to it all the time. What kind of style do you describe yourself as having? I don't really have a style. I like to change it up. I can either be really girly and pink and makeup, or I can be boyish and just be in sweats and a ponytail, or I can be a normal teenager. I don't really have a specific style necessarily. It just kind of depends on my mood, but I have a little bit of everything. My favorite number, 4. I think when I was really little, I used to have this crazy OCD where, like, the sidewalk, this is so weird, the sidewalk, in between the cracks or whatever, is big enough to where you can take 4 steps each little square, and if I didn't take 4 steps in a square, I would stop and take a step in place, or I would, if I went 5 in a square, I would make it go 8, because it always had to be a multiple of 4, always, which is really weird, but that's just, what was that? That's weird. Okay, my two hobbies. Music, number one. I love singing, I love playing music, I love listening to music, I play the piano, the flute. Um, Music's kind of like my number one, whatever. Two, probably cosmetics and hair. When I have friends come over, they come over with like no makeup, with their hair in a ponytail, and within like the next half hour, I've redone their makeup and hair. And if music doesn't work out, that's kind of what I'd like to go into is cosmetics and hair. Two pet peeves. Oh lord, I wrote a list of like 160 pet peeves once. I don't get along with people because everything they do bugs me, and I'm probably the most hypocritical person ever because I probably do like 150 of things on that list. But my top two pet peeves is when people tell you everything. I feel like if you're not my best friend, if you're not my family, I don't need to know every second that goes on in your life. I don't. I hate that. It's like, oh, you got pizza today. I don't care. They just call and they're like, oh my gosh, guess what I did? I don't care. That's so annoying. People who, God, I have so many. I'm trying to like decide what my top two are. People who have really, really bad, like this is probably really awful, but like hygiene almost. Like really bad hygiene. Like they have acne all over, they don't wear deodorant. But they dress like whores. Like you look like a slut, but you look like a homeless person. That doesn't make sense to me. That irritates me more than anything. Like there's this girl, and she's like covered in acne, and she always smells like she needs some deodorant. But she wears clothes that a really pretty big boobed slut would wear, and it's like 10 times more disgusting than a pretty whore would look with all of that on. Number 13, the last one, is my guilty pleasure. I don't really have a guilty pleasure because I'm not really guilty of it. I mean, I eat a lot. I really eat a lot, and that's horrible because I gain weight like super fast because I'm super short, but I eat a lot. So that's probably my only guilty pleasure, is that I love food. I eat my worries, my stress, my anger, my happiness. I eat. Always eat. But other than that, I don't really have a guilty pleasure.